I can't say enough about these guys. You know, they've been working hard every day in practice, and the head coach is probably being a little too hard on them. And you know, if they play with effort like that, there's not much you can complain about. You got a guy like this sitting next to you that's just a tough competitor and just willed his team to win. Does everything for us and fights like crazy, and against a good team, a state rival, with very good players, well coached. I'm just really pleased with the win. You know, we always talk about going on the road, you got to be 10 points better than the opponent, and Coach Godino had them ready tonight. They did a tremendous job on defense.
Coach, I know you take a lot of pride in defense. Incredible defense performance from you guys tonight. Just talk about, it wasn't just good defense. You were up in Ball State's face all night. Just talk about the way you guys play defense.
Well, they're so good on there. And I remember coming in here 2 years ago and Scaife just killing us. And Jesse Berry, we recruited him. We know how talented he is. And they have good players. And we really tried to get up in them and make them have to put it on the floor and not give them threes, and then help from our bigs. And it hurt us a little bit on the offensive glass. But we were really flying around tonight. I thought we made a lot of hustle plays with effort, taking charges and getting to loose balls and doing those things, and we're going to score. I mean, with Jake, we put the ball in Jake's hands a lot and give these guys a lot of freedom. Shots are going to fall for us, but on the defensive end, if we fight like that, we can be a pretty good team.
One of the things you harped on last game was there wasn't any improvement from the game before to that. Surely that's not the case tonight.
And that's not right. I was just upset with myself after that game and upset with how we played. And we had I thought, you can ask Jake, I thought we had 2 good days of practice going into that Truman State game, and this is a new team. You know, other than Jake, we have tons of inexperience on this team, and I got to let these guys live through some mistakes, and I got to loosen up and be a little more positive with them and be relaxed with them. I just was kind of frustrated, wanting us to be a little farther along, and I tell you what, we had a couple good, you know, maybe not as good as practices that we had, but the guys are really working, and they're committed to getting better every day, and Jake's been high energy in practice, and Manny's really helping us in that, so we'll keep improving if we do that.
Greg, where do you think the seed of the defensive effort was planted today? I mean, it was good out on the perimeter, but it was also good help side early on in the lane. Where do you think the origination of that was from one game to this game?
You know, all the staff. You know, Lou had the scout, and he does a tremendous job. He had them ready for everything they were going to do, and Rags and Belch, those guys on their scouts, they do the same thing. And these guys listen, and we try to take away the opponent's strengths as much as possible. And we have to be aggressive. We have to fly around. We're a little undersized at times and maybe not as athletic at some positions, but we're going to play a team defense. We just want to make the other team take a tough shot and try to just give them one and then go down the other end and play loose and free and see if we can't knock a bucket in. But we have to be aggressive. We have to fly around, and I really thought we did that tonight.
Jake, talk about, usually you let the game come to you, very aggressive from the get-go tonight. Just talk about your mindset coming into the ball game tonight.
I mean, I just wanted to win, and I wanted our team to win. Early on, I seen some lanes open up, driving lanes open up, and I was able to get to the basket. It started with good screens from Justin Gant and Jake Kitchell and spacing on the floor, and without those guys, I wouldn't be able to do that.
Jake, were you surprised at how much space they gave you off that screen and roll? It seemed like their bigs weren't hedging that hard on you most of the time.
I mean, we've kind of seen that in film of how they guard the pick and rolls, and I just felt like I could you know, set something up for myself or my team, and that's what I did because they were slacking off a little bit off the ball screens. They weren't quite as high on the 3-point line.
Jake, can you talk about how the early defensive start, and the defense was constant throughout the game, but how that may have fed a little bit of offensive confidence as well, not only on your part but on some of your teammates' part? It seemed like defense fed offense today.
Oh, that's exactly what it was. That's what's going to do it for us all year. If we can defend like that, our shots are going to fall. If we just keep getting stops, you know, we're going to win games on the road, and if we can do stuff like we did tonight, it's going to be a good season for us.
Can you talk about winning in this place, which no Indiana State team has done? Indiana State hasn't won in Muncie at all since 1986. It's a big deal.
Absolutely. You know, Coach brought that to our attention. I think he said we lost like the last 7 in here. But I remember when I was here 2 years ago when we got whooped here. We had about 20-something turnovers, and it was embarrassing. So coming out tonight, you know, I kind of wore that on my sleeve, and I wanted to represent Indiana State a little bit better tonight.
Coach, talk about not only just winning here for the first time since '86, but a young ball club getting a road win. Just talk about confidence-wise what that does for you guys.
Yeah, it is, and you know, and I think, and Jake can speak to it too. But you go on the road with your team, there's nothing better. I mean, I love it. You know, you're away from everything. You're just in the hotel, hanging out with your guys, and that's the best part of being a team. I really think so. That and the holidays. And these guys took advantage of it. They're a group that gets along together. They work hard together. We have some fun, but we ask them to work awfully hard. And coming on the road anywhere, it doesn't matter. It's difficult, especially against a good team like Ball State. And this could, you know, you have to take this and run with it. But there's nothing easy. We started the second half kind of poorly, and you know, you just ask the guys to be mature. You got a lot done in that first 20 minutes, but you can't give it right back to them. And I thought we did that after that first initial start.
Coach, this is the first game you've seen Majoka in a Ball State uniform.